Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Choosing Beggar Reddit video. Please subscribe and help me reach my 10,000 subscriber goal. In our first story, Christmas brings out a lot of joy and fun and charitable giving. Of course, that isn't really enough for Choosing Beggars. Let's jump right in. As we approach the holiday season, I remember a Choosing Beggar experience that I want to share for my first post here. My parents had me in a lot of activities they thought would teach me valuable lessons and life skills. I was in team sports, church groups, and Boy Scouts. If you don't know, Boy Scouts is a social group for boys focused around outdoor activities like camping and hiking, as well as community service and self-improvement. Every holiday season, our Boy Scout group would sponsor a holiday food and gift drive for underprivileged families in the local community. We allowed any family to sign up that felt they could not afford to provide gifts or a meal to their families during the holidays. We would spend 2 months gathering donations of non-perishable food and toys and gifts, and even received larger donations of turkeys and Christmas trees from local vendors. A week before the Christmas holiday, our Boy Scout group would get together with our own families and wrap the gifts and create custom care packages for each family on our list, based on how many people and the age groups and genders of the children. We would then drive around the city and hand deliver these free holiday gift packages of a big bag of personalized wrapped gifts, a full holiday dinner, a week of groceries, and a Christmas tree. We were supposed to learn valuable lessons about giving and sacrifice. After only a few seasons, we had to stop doing it. While there were always a few families that really appreciated us and wouldn't have had a holiday without us, the large majority of families that signed up for this were rude and ungrateful. Most houses we arrived at had a couple cars parked in the driveway that were nicer than what we arrived in. When we got to the door, we were invited into living rooms already filled with tons of wrapped gifts surrounding a giant Christmas tree. They would scoff at the free 6-foot tree we brought and usually tell us to just leave it in the yard or often just take it away since it wasn't big enough. They'd complain about the type and amount of groceries we delivered to their home for free. They'd complain about the actual physical size of the wrapped gifts we brought. We often went back to our vehicles with the entire free care package that the families signed up to receive because it wasn't what they wanted. The size of our group only allowed for us to help about 50 families a year, so every one of these choosy beggar families took the opportunity away from someone that really needed it. They tried to reform the sign-up process, but we ended up having to scrap the program due to abuse that just couldn't be stopped. The lesson learned at that impressionable young age was that people can really be buttholes sometimes. In story 2, our OP learns that her ex-husband and his new wife are choosing beggars. When my ex-husband and I divorced, I had a car from before we got married and the car we acquired during the course of our marriage. Both were in my name because I had good credit and my ex had a bankruptcy on his. I got to keep all the debt and my ex got to use the car I had from before we got married. I didn't need 2 cars, and of course I can ask for it back when I want it, right? We're on good terms, right? My ex-husband got remarried approximately 1 year after our divorce. I was his wife number 2, now this woman is wife number 3. Clearly my ex has some problems, particularly with being alone. Shortly after I found out about the remarriage, I had some budget issues and needed to sell the car. My ex then told me we're currently homeless and that would leave me without a way to get around. I said, then pay me for the car, to which the reply was, I have no money. I had no way to force giving the car back, and my ex has a way of hiding from problems they don't want to face. I said I'd continue paying the insurance and car payment for a little bit, but I needed to clear up that part of my budget as everything else was tight, so hurry up and get it back to me. Lesson 1 learned. Don't be overly nice to people who are no longer a part of your life. It will bite you in the face like the monkey did to that woman in Florida. Fast forward to the registration coming due in July for the car. Where I live, it's a yearly inspection. I said, either be in this city or this other city when I come through for my vacation. We can get the registration done and you can keep driving the car. My ex did not show up in either city and now the license plates are expired. My state does not have a grace period, so it will be a hefty fine to re-register the car now. I cannot report it stolen since I know who has it and legally they have a right to use it even if they're not on the insurance. Fast forward to now. I made a motion to the court where we divorced. The court decreed that the car is mine. I have 30 days to get it back. But the responsibility for actually putting the car in my hands is that I have to go get it in flipping Iowa of all the crappy places. I can't even make a vacation of it because there's nothing between Des Moines and my sister in Salt Lake City. I have to take 3 unpaid days off work and hope that it's not too crappy of a condition that I can 1, drive it home, and 2, sell it and get out from under the loan. The new wife has the balls to say, "The divorce decree doesn't say anything about getting remarried. You should brush up on the law before demanding things from my ex." Lesson 2 learned. During the course of a divorce, when you think you're never ever going to get married again, the other person may do just that. Always separate your crap at the time of divorce or make stipulations on what happens in the event of remarriage by either party. Why were they homeless for so long? They didn't want to be in Texas anymore. What about the new wife? Was she working? She's got highly specialized experience, has a perfectly clean license to do what she does in Texas. I looked up her license because in her field, you just either have to be very stupid or very picky to not have a job. Turns out she's just stupidly picky. What about my ex? Were they working? No. My ex is on disability for PTSD, personality disorders, including bipolar. He only worked outside the house for 8 months during the course of our 26-month-long marriage. Why did I ever marry such a person? Love is flipping blind. In story 3, a choosing beggar is given a surprise lift to work, so now the floodgates open and she wants more lifts, but not so early, please. Early last week, I was a little later leaving for work and I spotted a friend walking towards the bus stop, also on her way to get to work. Where she works is maybe a 5-minute detour from my usual route, so I called her over and offered her a lift. All good so far. I ended up cutting it really fine getting into work on time, but that's my own fault as I offered to take a detour when I knew that the traffic would start building up for rush hour. On Tuesday, I received a message from my friend asking for another lift. "Hey, thanks for the lift the other day. I was wondering if I could jump in with you again tomorrow. It saves me £5 from the taxi fare after getting off the bus." "Hi. Sure, that's fine. I'll be leaving mine at around 7:45, so if you can walk to mine for then, I'll take you into work." That's so early. It just makes sure that I get to work on time after dropping you off. I didn't realize how fast the traffic backs up in the mornings. But I don't start work until 10. What am I supposed to do for an hour and a half? Can we leave a bit later so I don't have to wait so long? "I'm sorry, chick. That's the time I need to leave to make sure that I'm not late for work. If I leave any later, it could get me in trouble." "So you're happy to leave me standing outside in the cold for over an hour?" "Do you not have a staff room you can sit in before you start?" "Yeah, but I don't like it. I may as well stay home for another hour so I'll be on time." "Fair enough, but you'll have to catch the bus because I'll already be at work by the time you leave." "But you said I could have a lift." "Yeah, at 7:45. I can't be late for work." "So, now you're just going to refuse to take me?" "Unless you are at my house by 7:45, yes. Yes, I am." "You're being so inflexible. It's not fair to say you'll take me then change your mind." "Fair enough. You would clearly be better going on the bus as their timings suit you better." "No, I still want to lift with you." "Nope." Then silence. I'm still waiting on the backlash. This is John from /bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then please smash that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one.